this is amazing. I know we've only been doing this event for about 3 years, and looking through all the different classes, there's a couple that I'm excited to attend. When I started 9 years ago, I was married with no children. And about 5 years ago, that changed. We had Oliver, and that means he's going to be entering kindergarten next year. So all of a sudden, even though I'm in education, I'm starting to worry a little bit. And for those of you guys who are out there who are looking through your different class options, and you have questions, I will say this, is that even my first couple of years, I remember sitting through faculty meetings and hearing the countless acronyms and the different options and different classes, and thinking, oh my God, do I work here? I don't know any of this stuff. And so as a parent outside of education, I can't imagine what it feels like to hear about some of the things that are offered. And so I hope today clears that up, and I also hope today that you're able to ask questions. I think another thing that I am always consciously aware of coming from the restaurant industry is that I believe that we as educators, we work in customer service. And so I think a large measure of how I'm doing it is how my students are doing, how my parents feel about how I'm doing. And I also think that just looking at my students and the way they interact with the classroom is sometimes people are scared to ask questions because maybe it'll make them look as though they're not real smart. Today is all about asking questions, and I hope that everybody feels free to ask as many questions as you have, because again, we're in customer service, and I will say that all research points to the single greatest impact or the single greatest factor that will point to a student's success is the family that is backing them up. And so just by you all being here, I'm willing to bet that you have students that are highly effective, that are engaged, that are doing the right thing. And if you have students that are entering the program, I'm sure you're anxious about how that's going to go, just like me, and I hope that we're able to answer your questions today. I'm excited to see some of the sessions we have, and I am excited to interact with some of you. If you have any questions for me, let me know. But one thing, there is a booth outside. It is CTE, another acronym, CTE month, and that stands for Career and Technical Education. And I teach culinary and hospitality management, and that is career education. So one of the things you're going to hear about today too is that there's a bunch of options that are out there that you may not have known are there. So at Mainland High School, plug my school a little bit, we have 9 career academies, and we actually do a lot of training for students before they even get to the college level that is really useful. And so what we find is a lot of families don't know that those even exist. And every year when we do open house, people come and they see the room and they're like, oh man, I wish they'd had this when I was in school. And I think we all have a tendency to kind of transpose the way we were in school and the kind of school experience we have with what our kids are probably getting. And until you get out there and actually see what is available, you might be misled. And there's a lot of opportunities out there. And sometimes it's just a matter of finding out what those opportunities are. So I hope today opens a lot of doors for all of you, and I wish you good luck in the school year. And I want to say thank you again as a parent, myself, and as a teacher myself. I value having parents that are interacting with my students, because those are always the students that are the best behaved and the most enjoyable to work with. So thank you all for being here, and